Today I'm just going to be carrying on the main scenario from where we left off last time. So let's just carry on. We've unlocked flying and churning mist, which will be useful. So let's see where the story takes us. And as always, while I'm recording, I won't be reading the chat, so just enjoy the show. One second, guys. Just setting things up. Hey Ryan, how are you? Hope you're well. Okay, so I'm going to start the story. I'm just going to get on with it. There's no point delaying, so one sec. Okay, so as I said before, guys, when I'm recording episodes, I don't read the chat. I will keep an eye on it, though, in case of any trolls. And otherwise just enjoy the show, and between episodes I will read the chat and chat to you guys. So anyway, so recording the one second. So I'm just making sure that my hard drive is ready for more recording. One second, guys. It just needs about 20 more seconds and I'll be ready. I love the music in this song. Okay, here we go. So, recording the 3.0 main scenario in 3, 2, 1. And we're back for another episode. In this episode, we're going to be continuing the 3.0 main scenario. And as always, hello from Mithrie. So, we had just cleared the Airy, and I went ahead and unlocked flying in the Churning Mists, which is very good. So, now we're back at Istinian, exactly where we left off, right here. So, let's talk to him. So, the quest is called The Song Begins. Istinian would know the origin of Nidhogg's mysterious eye. With Nidhogg fallen, non-save Harsvager remains to answer our questions. Let us trouble the worm again. And if Ishgard yet lingers at Zenith, all the better. I would have her hear the truth from the dragons more. Okay, cool. So let's go talk to Ysael at Zenith. So let's teleport. So at least now we can fly to the top of this a lot quicker than running. And here she is. There's your sail. So she says, "'Twas you, was it not? The furious screams of the dragons carried far. You have slain Nidhogg. What more could you desire from this place? Will you not allow Harsvager to mourn the death of his kin in peace? Spare us your sanctimonious judgment, Ice Maiden. We have a gift for the great Yerm, and a mystery that can no longer lie buried. Lady Iceheart, the Dragons on War has all but consumed your life and claimed many of your fellows. It's time you learn the truth. Sorry, learn the truth of its beginning, the whole truth, that we may at last bring this bitter conflict to an end. Okay, so there he is. So, sound the horn, Warrior of Light.
You mean the moment I prized your eye from his head?
Whoa. I assume you all speak dragon tongue, so that's why I'm not reading it out. Interesting.
It was yours. Your strength that sustained Nidhogg all these years.
Would that Haldreth had dealt the worm a killing blow.
And so you acquiesced. You surrendered your eye to Nidhogg, knowing full well the suffering he would inflict.
This was
Okay, so that's that quest done. If Mithrie could have, like, crafted Harsvager happiness, of course it would have been HQ. Oh, what can you do? Anyway, next quest is called Unrest in Ishgard. Oh dear. So, anyway, so Istinian is frustrated by yet another mystery. Though he lifted not a single claw, 'twould seem that Harsvager wreaked his own manner of vengeance against us.
"'Twas my life's goal to slay Nidhogg, but I find there is little joy to be had in its accomplishment.
But you have rid the world of a hate-filled creature, and ended a bloody war in so doing.
I lost my family to Nidhogg's flames, and 'twas with fury in my heart that I took up the lance. Every blow I struck in the name of vengeance. We were not so different, he and I.
I will not judge you for your deeds. I have not the right. Too many innocents have perished in the name of my greater good.
Yet even with all that has passed, the tale is incomplete. We are short a great worm's eye. Of the pair which Haldreth took from Nidhogg, only one is known to us, the one I bear. What then became of the other? Why did Nidhogg, who had taken such pains to prolong the Dragonsong War, suddenly decide to hurl his entire army against the walls of Ishgard? Lord Commander. Aye. The deed is done. Nidhogg is slain. What? In the city? A battle with whom? At once, Lord Commander. Hold firm till our return. Fighting has broken out in the city. Lord Emmerich was sparse with the particulars, but it seems some commoners threw open the gates to a force of heretics.
I gave no order to attack.
Are we to mark the end of the Dragonsong War by spilling the blood of our own? Mayhap Hraesvelgr was right about us. Let us away, Warrior of Light. The people must be saved from themselves.
Wait! I would join you! There has been enough violence. I will appeal to my people in the city and make them see reason.
Come then, Lady Iceheart. Let us write the final chapter in this damnable war.
Won't she get arrested if she gets close to Ishgard?
A small army of heretics has invaded the city, Your Eminence. But there is no cause for concern. A sizable contingent of our soldiers is already in place to repel the Dravanian assault, and the intruders will soon find themselves outnumbered and outmatched.
Our plans proceed apace, then?
Yes, Your Eminence. This unrest shall serve to feed the people's fear of the heretics and the dragons both.
And lend renewed fervor to their prayers for deliverance. Very good. Grant our guests what time they need to sow a measure of chaos, then order the Temple Knights to crush them.
Your will be done.
The moment is at hand. Excellent. All shall soon be in alignment. It is time for the Bringer of Light to die.
Say what?
cowards! Sheathe your swords! There is no need for further bloodshed!
My lady!
She is come! Hear me, brothers and sisters! The war is ended! Nidhogg is no more!
Ow, my ears.
Aye, it is so! This adventurer and the Azure Dragoon laid the Great Worm low!
There's no need to shout, my dear.
The endless cycle of violence between man and dragon was born of our forefathers' treachery. You have followed me, bled with me, to bring this truth to light that we might all know peace. But Nidhogg is dead. Nidhogg is dead, my friends! He who bore such hatred towards Ishgard is dead! Let his hatred die with him, I say! Let us sheathe our swords and go in peace!
Have we lost?
No, my friend! Far from it! At long last, the peace for which we have so desperately fought is within our grasp. And I, for one, would not forsake it. Peace?
Seize the witch! Let none escape!
Providing aid and succor to the wounded should be our first concern. If the heretics mean to observe the peace, then it would be folly not to do the same.
I do love how cinematic this game is. I've not had anywhere near this level of entertainment in an MMO before. Here is Harsh Fun. So he says, that was rather too close for comfort, but 'twould seem that calm is returning to the streets. My mind, however, yet clamours with 1,000 questions. Your return to Ishgard in the oddest of company, my friend. Okay, so let's take the... healing, I guess. Cool. So we just got the Orthodox Mayhem. And we get the title Nidhogg Slayer. So let me equip that now. Here it is. Way too many titles, but whatever. I'll wear it for now until I get another title. So the next quest is called He Who Would Not Be Denied. So Lord Harchfont has more than a few questions to ask. That, my friends, was rather too close for comfort. Praise alone that things did not end in bloodshed. I confess I was more than a little dismayed to see you in the company of Lady Iceheart. Whatever is going on, Mithrie? Beg pardon? You travel to the Churning Mist together, along with Estinian? Never was there a more unlikely alliance, nor one so magnificently effective. Nidhogg dead, the heretics pacified. Father and Sir Aymeric must know of this. Let us break the news to them together. I will bring Sir Aymeric to Fortemps Manor. Yes, an excellent suggestion. Very well, Mithrie and I shall await you there. Cool. So let's go to the pillars. Just going to use the Aethernet shard to get there a bit quicker. Right, so we're going to go to the last vigil, because that's the closest place to the house. There is the 4 temps mana.
Praise Halone, you are safe.
My safety was never in doubt, Father. For I had the Azure Dragoon and the Warrior of Light by my side. We bring the most wonderful tidings.
Yes. Sorry, I couldn't help it.
The infamous Lady Iceheart, here in Ishgard? This is most unexpected.
She has done much to quell the violence. The Inquisition may not approve, but we are glad of her presence.
And with the Great Worm's demise, even our nation's more reactionary elements will have scant grounds to press for her immediate impeachment.
My thoughts exactly.
What of the truth revealed to us by Hraesvelga? That the origins of the Dragonsong War, a core tenet of Ishgardian faith, are quite unlike those depicted in the scriptures.
That men and dragons once lived together in harmony, and that it was man's treachery which shattered the peace and plunged our peoples into war.
The same scripture also describes the origins of the High Houses. Were it exposed as false, the legitimacy of our rule would be called into question. If both Highborn and Lowborn can trace their ancestry to Thordan and his Knights 12.
But a single sip of dragon's blood is required to confirm their lineage.
If the Holy See knew of this and chose to remain silent, their crimes are grievous indeed. Regardless, this state of affairs cannot be allowed to continue.
Sir Emmerich, you cannot mean to raise this matter with the Archbishop.
Pray consider what you are proposing. If the Holy See chose to conceal the truth for centuries, what reason would they have to reveal it now?
At best, you will be branded a heretic and clapped in irons.
Then at least the Archbishop will have shown his true colors. My friends, this war will never truly be at an end until the truth is made known. You must see what lies on the horizon if it is not. When ruled by fear of a common enemy, we were united. But now we have none. During the war, the Highborn needed men to lead, and the Lowborn men to follow. Not anymore. 'Tis but a matter of time before the old order is called into question.
Yeah. Just to say, his outfit is awesome. Like, I hope as a paladin I can actually get it someday.
Lady Iceheart will share the truth with her followers, and the Holy See will be powerless to stop its spread. The disenfranchised will rise up united, and blood will flow in the streets once more. A divided Ishgard will not survive.
Tread carefully, Lord Commander.
My lady, is it wise to let him go? I sympathize with the Lord Commander's desire for reform, but to approach the Archbishop in this manner bespeaks an idealism to which I did not think Sir Emmerich prone.
Though he comports himself as a realist, he has long dreamt of reform. 'Twas that idealism which first drew me to him, that which made me swear an oath to serve. We must not think of ways to hinder his cause, but rather ways to aid it, even should the Holy See cry heresy.
You cannot mean...
If the Lord Commander does not return from the vault at the appointed hour, I mean to go and fetch him.
Have care, my lady. Your words border on treason. Should they reach the wrong ears, you will be declared an enemy of Ishgard.
That is a risk I am willing to take. Lest you forget, my lord, I am not born of this land. My loyalty is to the Lord Commander alone. But I speak only of what may come to pass. If the rumors regarding his heritage are to be believed, we have naught to fear.
Lies and slander.
Forgive me, what rumors are these?
That Sir Emmerich is the Archbishop's bastard son. Senior clergy are not permitted to marry and sire children. But even the holiest among us are not immune to temptation.
I labor to believe it. Sir Emmerich is truly the Archbishop's son.
He has never been publicly acknowledged as such, but the rumors have plagued him since childhood. That he rose to his current position, despite being despised as a bastard and accused of profiting from his father's influence, bespeaks the quality of his character. It is my hope that on this occasion, the burden of his birth will work in his favor. Should our worst fears be realized, the Archbishop will not be so quick to execute his own flesh and blood, affording us time to mount a rescue.
Bastard or trueborn, he is our nation's best hope. If the Holy See dares to threaten him, I shall lead the charge against the vault myself.
Hear, hear! The future of Ishgard rests on Sir Emmerich's shoulders. I too will do mine utmost to aid his cause.
Orshafon, be reasonable.
A knight lives to serve, Father. To aid those in need. The people need Sir Emmerich more than ever, and we may be his only hope. There is no greater calling for a knight than to save the life of his fellow man. I swear to you, on the sigil of our house, that I shall do this and make you proud.
Even you? Romantic, reckless fools, the lot of you. So be it. Make your preparations.
I thank you all for your support.
Cool. So we need to go and help Sir Emmerich. So let's talk to Lucia. She says, though your assistance is most welcome, I fear it will not be enough. Few as we are, we will struggle to reach the Lord Commander. If we are to succeed, we must needs recruit others to our cause. Okay, so let me take the offending one, for the sake of it. And I am fractions away from 60 Paladin, which will be my 12th level 60. So the Lord Commander is in need of us, and we of him. We must act now. Okay, fair enough. So let's accept the next quest from Alpha Node. So Illweather Friends is the next quest. So let's see. Adversity acquaints a man with strange bedfellows, as Alpha Node knows only too well. Okay. But how are we to carry out this bold endeavour? Even with an army of knights at our backs, a direct assault on the vault seems unlikely to succeed. You are correct, Master Alpha Node. Not even the assembled might of House Fortemps and the Temple Knights would be sufficient. With the support of another party, however, we may yet stand a chance. You speak of one of the other high houses? Precisely the opposite. I speak of the revolutionaries rumoured to reside in the Broom. 'Twas these disgruntled Ishgardians who opened the gates of our city to the heretics, I believe. But of course, if their hatred of the Holy See drove them to such deeds, they might well be persuaded to assist at Amaric's rescue. Knowing the truth, he would lay bare. Such is my hope, Master Alpha Node, and I would have you and Mithrie reach out to them. As Temple Knight and sworn servant of the Holy See, any overtures I make are doomed to fail. But as outsiders, the two of you may receive a warmer welcome. Very well, we shall seek out the leader of these revolutionaries and make our case. My thanks. Istinian, will your brothers heed your command if you order them to stand aside? The Dragoons have no love for politics, my lady. They will gladly watch and wait while the Highborn fight amongst themselves. How very wise. Mithrie, we should hurry to the Forgotten Knight. Taru may have knowledge of the revolutionaries. Okay, so let's go to the Forgotten Knight. Okay, so here, the Forgotten Knight. Cool. So let's go. There's a point actually, while I'm here. How many of these? I got 463 scenario seals. That's actually really funny. And you can buy the rewards right here. But anyway, here is Tataru. So, Mithrie, Alpha Node, gods, I've been worried sick. It's so good to see you. And you, Tataru. How did you manage to escape the chaos in the streets? Gibralont and the others barricaded the doors until the heretics left. No one was harmed, thankfully. But what about you two? What came of your journey? You're not serious. What was Sir Aymeric thinking? I mean, the way you two talk about him, I wouldn't have believed. Anyway, I've heard rumours of the people you're looking for, but I doubt they'll be of much use. The only thing I can say with any certainty that they're led by someone called the Mongrel. A queer moniker if I ever have heard one, but mayhap it will make the individual in question easier to find. Come, let us all make inquiries below. Awesome. So let's go. Is this the right way? Yeah. So we actually have to go outside here. Wee splat. Wee splat. Okay, did I go too far down? Apparently I did. Whoops. So I should have only done one wee splat. Okay, here's one, a broom elder. So, what's that? Speak up. I can't hear as well as I used to. Okay. So yeah, let's just leave. He's no good to us. Where is this guy? Oh, he's down there. So, broom rat. So, I don't know a goddamn thing about the mongrel. If I did, you can be sure I wouldn't tell you. Charming. So, next. Okay, I think this is the right way to get up to this person. I might be wrong though. Where are they? What am I missing here? Ow. Oh, lol. So if I had just looked to my left, I could have found them. Silly me. So here's the broom starveling. So a mongrel. Not sure I catch your meaning. To a blood blue, we're all of us dogs down here. Okay, so the conclusion is we don't know nothing. So anyway, let's talk to Alpha Node. So not a single shred of information, just as I expected. These revolutionaries would not have evaded capture for so long without the masses' complicity. Still, it is good to know that Tataru's ears are as sharp as ever. Okay, so let's take healing legs. Next quest is called The Spice of Life. So Alpha Node is not one to be easily deterred. So frustrating though it may be, we must press on. While I continue speaking with the people of the Broom, why not go and see if Gilbalon knows aught of value? As the proprietor of the Forgotten Knights, surely he must have heard whispers of the mongrel before. We can only hope that he will be more forthcoming than the others. Okay, so let's go back to the Forgotten Knight. So I'm apparently, for a short time, Nidhogg Slayer Mithrie Menethil. There is a Forgotten Knight. Okay, so let's talk to Gilbalont. So, you know people long for a sympathetic ear, but they need know that it comes with tight lips. Discretion, Mithrie, that's what my customers expect. If they don't get it, then I don't get them. That being said, I'm not without my sympathies. I've heard the tales, and I know you've done right by the highborn and lowborn alike. Least I can do is point you in the right direction, but to do that, I'll need you to do something for me. So happens that there's a hunter up the Cozier who owes me a fair bit of coin. However, I've agreed to accept payment in fresh herbs. Go and get them for me, agreed? Okay, so we need to go to the Cozier, and thankfully we can get there straight away using the Aethernet. Save ourselves some time running. So here we go, Aethernet, the dual Crozier. Okay, so where is it? Right there. So let's go, go, go. So here is a hulking hunter. So you're Gilbalon's errand girl. Good, good. How's he doing? Same as always? Right, right. Any road, I hope he appreciates how much trouble I had to go through to account of his bloody herbs. Tell him to enjoy them while they last, because I doubt I'll be able to find any more next year. Okay, so now let's go straight back to the Forgotten Knight. So yeah, we are truly the errand girl. It wouldn't surprise me if I don't even know how to pronounce his name. Gilbrillant is the person we're actually looking for. Is the mongrel. But we will see. That's usually how these things pan out. Here he is. So, well, you're going to hand them over or not? Okay, let's hand over fresh herbs. This nameless flora has a pleasant enough scent to suggest it is most likely not poisonous. So, this ought to do it. With a few other spices, I can make it just like she used to. There are few things which stir the hearts of men like a sip of mulled wine. Share a glass with the right people, and who knows what stories they'll share. Hint, cough, wink, hint, cough, wink. And there we go. I am level 60 as a paladin, so let's let out a quick cheer. There you go. So that's 12 level 60s. Only a million more to go. So anyway, the next quest is called Noble Indiscretions. So Gilbrillant had a faraway look in his eyes. Now that I think of it, there's a woman I know who's rather fond of this blend. Heryafer is her name, and she resides in the Pillars. She is a maidservant to some noble house or another, I forget. Anyway, be a shame if she didn't get to try this wine. Why not give her a bottle? Okay, so we're still doing errands, it seems. So we need to go to the Astrologicum. So let's go. And again, we can teleport straight there. So A for Nair, Astrologicum. Cool. So let's see. Did we... Okay, here she is. So, yes, I am Heryafer. Beg your pardon, but do I know you, miss? Okay, let's hand over the twice mulled wine. This wine is cooled after its first mulling and allowed to sit for a fortnight before mulling it a second time with a fresh muslin bag of spices for delivery to one Heryafer. I know this smell. This is the wine that girl used to prepare. Her special recipe. It must be decades since I last tasted this. Oh, the poor dear. Such a shame that she was taken in by the Baron. He cut a dashing figure, I'll grant you that. Tall, slender, long of ear, but those dazzling ruby eyes of his were filled with lust. 'Twas naught more than infatuation what she felt, but she convinced herself it was love, and he couldn't help but take advantage. But when her belly started to grow, God's a scandal. I mean, 'tis not an uncommon occurrence, but it was with a Hjör made it so much. Well, I needn't tell you. She was discharged from his service, cast onto the streets like so much refuse. After she returned to the Broom, she drifted apart. I only learned of her death years later by chance. Okay, so let's go back to Gilbrillant. So we will work out this mystery soon enough of who is the mongrel. Okay, so let's go back to the Forgotten Knight. Where are we? Okay. Boom. Alright. Okay, here we go. So he says, so the amorous nobleman beds his maidservant, then casts her aside when the seed takes root. Not the most original tale, is it? Cold comfort for the woman and children who live it, though. Okay, so that's complete. Let's see, next quest is called Child Apart. So, Gilberant's face is a mask, but beneath it you sense something old and bitter. Even the penitent can appreciate wine from time to time. Take Geroldox, for example. Surely you've heard of him, no? He is a monk who offers succor to the poorest of poor in the Broom. A man of many vows, but none which prohibit spirituous beverages. Aye, if ever there was a man who deserved a drink, it be him. Okay, so we are basically just being a servant for now. So, let's see. Said person upstairs. Oh, hang on a minute. What am I missing? I've gone blind again, have I? Hello? Where do I go for this? No, unless it's under some weird place. Okay, let's try under. Let's see if we can find this person. Wee splat. Okay, there he is. Figures. So, Halon's blessing be upon you, miss. A gift for me. So let's hand over the twice mulled wine. So, this scent, how reminiscent of a wine once made by a dear old friend. May her soul rest in peace. Forsaken by her family, she toiled tirelessly to feed and clothe her child, yet somehow she found time to help me tend to those in even worse circumstances. So compassionate she was, so full of love of her fellow man. 'Twas that love which gave her child strength to endure the scorn of other younglings. That little girl, bless her heart, she couldn't help what she was. Eventually she won them over, but those first few years were trying. Even more so when she had to start fending for herself. I remember days she spent standing on the walls, raven black hair flowing in the wind, staring out as if searching for her mother's face in the mist. Okay, and back to Gilberant we go again. Okay. So let's just teleport to the front and go down, jump down rather than run up. So he really has us doing lots of errands right now. Okay, here he is. So she was a remarkable woman, Mithrie, and everything she was forced to endure, she still remained hopeful for the future. For her daughter's future. Okay, that's complete. Next quest is called Bloodlines. So, Gilberant has the look of a man weighing his words with the greatest of care. So, some bonds are thicker than blood, but blood still defines us and divides us in the end. It's the legacy of our parents, Mithrie, and we can't escape it no matter how hard we try. So the mongrel and her pups chose to embrace theirs, to proclaim it to all and sundry. If you can understand that, then maybe you can find her on your own. Okay. So let's go. Let's see. Huh. Still looking for your mongrel. Like I said before, take your pick. Plenty around. If you know where to look. Or did you fancy someone specific? I'm looking for a mongrel with red ruby eyes and raven black hair. I'm looking for a mongrel with raven black eyes and ruby red hair, blah blah. So, someone's got unusual tastes. Afraid I can't help you though. Won't rather. It's bloody obvious you ain't of the broom. Did you think I'd just tell you because you asked nicely? Okay, so let's go and speak with Alpha Node. Lots of running. And again, I'll go through the front door. Cool. So where is Master Alpha Node? Here he is. So, have you made any progress, Mithrie? So, our mongrel was born at an Elizan nobleman and a Hyoran maidservant. Granted, it is no location, but it's far more information than we had before. Yes, now that her striking features are known to us, mayhap we need only remain vigilant. Cool. So that's complete. And I think that's a good time to end, guys. I don't want the story mode episodes to be too long in one sitting, because we did a lot of running around for this part of the quest. So I'll end it there. Thank you for watching, and as always, goodbye from me, and goodbye from Mithrie. Okay, guys, I stopped recording there. I will just carry on, like, immediately. I said I don't want to have, like, 2-hour episodes on YouTube for the story. It will be too long. So, anyway, we're going to continue the 3.0 main scenario in... 1 second, let me just check the last one recorded properly. Okay, so recording the 3.0 main scenario in 3, 2, 1. And we're back for another episode. In this episode, we're going to be continuing the 3.0 main scenario. And as always, hello from Mithrie. So, we're on a quest now to find the mongrel, wherever she may be. We have some hints, but we don't know where she is yet. So, anyway, let's talk to Alpha Node. The next quest is called Fire and Blood. So Alpha Node is considering how best to proceed with the hunt for the mongrel. There must be a way we can draw the mongrel out into the open. Mayhap we should discuss this with Tataru. Speaking of which, where is Tataru? Oh confound it, she went below to make inquiries of her own, didn't she? We must find her quickly, Mithrie. I have a premonition this is not going to end well. Okay, so let's go to the broom and find her. So, where is she? She's there somewhere. Search everywhere. Okay, so she's not there. She's not hiding there. Ah, destination. Okay. So you cast your gaze over the streets below, but see no sign of Tataru. Okay. So let's continue searching. She must be around here somewhere. I take it you've had no luck either. So, I'm sorry, forget I said anything. Wait, down there, isn't that Tataru? Those men are chasing her. Quickly, Mithrie, after them.
Where do you think you're going, Missy?
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to offend.
What's going on here?
What's it to you, boy? Piss off.
Hold on. I've seen them around. They're in and out of House Four Tom's Manor all the time.
Oh, I see. Skulking about at your highborn master's bidding, eh? Bloodhounds hoping to catch a whiff of heresy, is that it?
You are quite mistaken, I assure you. We came here to help. And if you know what's good for you, you will let us pass.
Haha! Listen to the pups yapping. Come here, boy. I'll give you cause to yelp.
Enough! Leave threatening women and children to our betters. We don't have the knack.
Hilda!
Lay a finger on the Blue Blood's pups, and you're like to lose the hand. And often I get called on by glorious heroes like yourself. So tell me, what have I done to deserve you?
Cool. So obviously she's the one we've been looking for this whole time. Hilda. So let's see. Before you start, let's go somewhere a bit more private, eh? The Forgotten Knights, eh? I see a potential long-lost cousin of Hildebrand right there. Anyway, so let's go straight up to the Forgotten Knight. Right turn. Stairs. Okay. Oh, well, we have a fight on our hands, so we better prepare. So, Sword Oath, Stone Skin. So we're gonna start a bar fight. Giggle. So, duty calls. Commence battle for Fire and Blood. If your level is above 59, it will be synced. Cool, so I'm actually too high level for this. It's good to know.
So, while you're on your way to kill Nidhogg, you stumbled on some dirty secrets that the Holy See has been hiding for centuries.
Eh? What are they on about?
The High Houses. And what makes a nobleman so bleeding noble? They trace their blood back to King Thordan and his Knights 12, the founders of Ishgard. But our friends here reckon we're all descended from the heroes of Eld. Highborn and lowborn alike. And so Sir Emmerich, Lord Commander of the Temple Knights, has gone to ask the Archbishop if he wouldn't mind letting everyone know.
Is he simple? The old bastard will have him executed for heresy.
Well, seems to me that's what the good sir wants. Seems he thinks a noble sacrifice will serve to prove his claims.
We cannot stand idly by and allow Sir Emmerich to do this. Ishgard has need of him.
Look, you've a good heart, I can see that. Willing to risk your neck for someone else even when his troubles ain't yours. But what's this got to do with me?
If Sir Emmerich is imprisoned in the vault, we will need all the help we can muster to breach their defenses and rescue him.
What in the hell's...
Ah, the unmistakable scent of heresy. And what do we have here? The honored guests of House Fortom consorting with the Queen of Rats. Ooh, plotting insurrection, I shouldn't wonder. That won't do. Sickness is wont to fester and spread. It must be burnt out ere the infection takes hold.
I reckon Sir would be happy to wield the irons himself. Well, so happens I've got irons of my own.
Such simple creatures, rats. Certain to attack when cornered. Let us step outside, milady. In here your toys could hurt someone.
Okay, there we go. Okay, so let's kill the caster first, as per usual.
Right there!
But wait, there's more. Well, at least Alpha Node heals me. Of course, if I was a DPS, this would be a much shorter encounter, but whatever. Okay, Archfront has come to help us.
Filthy rats!
Get rid of this guy so it stops distracting Alpha Node. Okay, almost done. I like that ruby carbuncle. There we go.
There's no denying your gifts. A well-deserved reputation indeed.
Enough!
He's got some real leg strength to do that.
Lucky bastard.
Nay, 'tis we who are lucky. Had we fought on, 'twas but a matter of time before our conflict claimed the life of an innocent bystander.
I thought the Heavensward might come here as well.
They came to the Temple Knights' headquarters.
Aye. Sir Grinno announced that the Lord Commander had been imprisoned under suspicion of heresy, and that the Heavensward had been granted full authority in his stead.
Then the Heavensward now commands the Temple Knights.
Those still loyal to Sir Emmerich answer to me. Alas, that amounts to but half our number. The other half, who opposed his promotion to Lord Commander, have gathered at the vault as ordered.
Bolstering the guard already, eh? If I didn't know any better, I'd say you were expected.
I take it you're in charge around here?
Hilda. And yes, the young master was just persuading me to join his lost cause. Convincing little beggar, isn't he?
That smile.
Your passion moved me. A bit. That, and the fact that we're sick of living off the leavings of our betters. If you've a mind to change things around here, then we've a mind to join you.
Awesome. So now let's talk to Hilda. So let me guess, you're wondering why I chose the mongrel, right? Because it's what I am, and I'm not ashamed of it, not anymore. Besides, even my pure-blood pups have more in common with me than the lords and ladies up on high. They, none of them, are well-bred. Hells, some of their mothers were cast out after a spot of fun, same as mine. Story old as time, and one we're sick of hearing, which is why we took up arms. Not that we mean to hold all the Blue Bloods to account. Some have done right by us, I'll allow. Like them in House Halenord. Of course, you'd know all about that, wouldn't you? But enough talk. Your friend's still rotting in a cell. Let's not keep him waiting. Cool, so that's complete. So next quest is called A Knight's Calling. So now that all the players are assembled, Hilda is eager to get on with it. We've been working in secret to undermine the Holy See and the High Houses. That much I'll acknowledge. But this nonsense about us throwing wide the gates for the heretics is just that, nonsense. If not you, then who? You Temple Knights, of course. Reckoned it was your beloved Sir Aymerich's doing at first, but then I heard how he lost his head. Sorry, I didn't read that. That way, they'd have the perfect excuse to go door to door through the broom, slaughter the heretics and their sympathizers in one fell swoop. But the Heavensward scheme did not account for Lady Iceheart's intervention, and so they have been forced to improvise. A fine bloody mess, ain't it? But the die is cast, so what's the plan? We must divert the attention of the high houses away from the city, and do that we need cooperation of your allies in their service. And what makes you think I have friends in high places? You would be fools not to, given your goals. Lowborn knights are ideal recruits. Most wore fealty only out of desire for a better life. if offered an opportunity to shed the yoke and live for themselves, who among them would not at least be tempted to take it? Rare is the man eager to die for a cause he does not hold dear, but it need not come to that this day. If they and their fellow knights are deployed afield to deal with a new threat, a massing of heretics for example, then they will be unable to join in the defense of the vault. Huh? Spread false reports of an attack and get them out of harm's way, you mean? The city will not soon forget the heretics' last assault. If the high houses believe another attack is imminent, they will have no choice but to act. Can it be done? Can we trick them into leaving Ishgard? Aye. Can we keep them out for long? Not bloody likely. Make sure you're ready before I send word, because you won't get a second chance at this. Then it is decided. To the vault, the Archbishop must be held to account. And the Lord Commander granted his liberty. Okay, so let's talk to Lucia. So, hearken to me everyone, we have two objectives, rescue Sir Aymeric and apprehend the Archbishop. We will therefore divide our forces into two parties. Lord Harchfont, Estinian, Master Alphanode and I will make ready to breach the underground jail and search for the Lord Commander. We will not move, however, until the second party has entered the vault. I speak of your party, Warrior of Light. For this plan to succeed, you will need to fight your way into the highest levels of the vault, even onto the Archbishop's private chambers. When the Heavensward realise that what you intend, they will fly to their master's side, leaving only a token force to guard the jail. Or gaol. So Temple Knights loyal to our cause have already secured the entrance to the vault. Once you are within, they will signal to us. If all goes to plan, we shall rejoin you with Sir Aymeric and confront their Archbishop together. Is everyone clear as to their duties? Then let us do what needs be done. Okay, so let's now go to the vault. So I guess we can go to the cathedral, maybe. That might be the quickest teleport. Okay, this cathedral. Cool. So obviously the vault is a dungeon, so this basically the next dungeon, I guess, once we do this bit. So here is the Temple Knight Squire. So the others are in position, Mistress Menethil. I will send word once you and your party have entered. Nice. So now the vault is accessible. So let's see. So obviously it's a dungeon, so this is a good time to end the episode. The next episode will be us doing the vault. So anyway guys, that's it for this episode. Thank you for watching, and as always, goodbye from me, and goodbye from Mithrie. Okay guys, stop recording. Hello everyone that's watching, hope you're having a pleasant Friday. So give me a sec. Okay, we're going to press straight ahead. We're not going to wait. We're just going to do as much of the story tonight as we can. So let's queue up for the vault. So let's join. Nice. So when we zone in, we will start the next episode. And we're back for another episode. In this episode, we're going to be doing the dungeon, The Vault. Never done this before, so we're doing this 100% blind. Cool. So let me put our shield off. That's the point, actually. I hit 60. I didn't get any other bonus attributes. That's interesting. So let's do this. Everyone's final witness, apparently. Cool. I'm assuming we go this way. We'll use cooldowns. We'll use flash because it's a lot of target. Like I said, I am using lots of cooldowns because I am very aware that pretty much all of my gear that I'm wearing is level 50 gear even now. Like, the only upgrades we've received so far for Paladin are from the final boss in Somehow, this sword, and from Nidhogg, this chest piece, and that's it. Cool. Moving on. So, let's see what happens when we get to the bosses. Treasure coffer in that corner. Okay, I guess you can take either staircase, doesn't matter. Oh, actually you can't. I'll take that back. Cool. So let's do this first boss. Let's go. So this boss is called Sir Adelphel Brightblade. I think there's no way it's going to be that easy. Okay. It's rather a bit bigger than before. That's what she said. Yes, I know. Ha ha ha. Okay, apparently he limit breaks. Make your mind up, dude. Just trying to rotate my cooldowns to make sure that I've got one up most of the time, if not all the time. Cool. Okay. So he just leaves. Okay, moving straight on. So I'm hoping next month to buy a new processor, motherboard, RAM, everything like that, so that I can then do 60 FPS live streaming, because I am playing the game above 60 FPS. It's just my CPU is not strong enough to allow me to do 60 FPS live streaming as well. It can't handle OBS at 60 FPS. So we will see. I will be getting a monster CPU, probably a Haswell E. And then a game like 14 will be easy for it. And it just means as well that when I convert videos to upload to YouTube, I can do it at a much quicker pace. So the quality will be better, the speed at which I produce them will be quicker, everyone will win, everyone will benefit. I do like this place. In terms of looks, I mean. Reminds me of Assassin's Creed in, what's it called? Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. Are we going the right way, or...? That's a game I still want to do a Let's Play of. I haven't played... I've played all of the Assassin's Creeds up until Revelations. I haven't played after that. So I want to do 3, Black Flag and Unity. I'm 3 games behind now. Cool. Moving on. Wow, look at these graphics. There we go. Just waiting for person number 4. Die! I mean, I am totally calm and not full of bloodthirst. Righty. Let's see what these guys do. These like half horse, half bat. Nice. So time for boss number 2. Again, I haven't got a clue what the tactics are. We'll just go for it. General tactics for all bosses in the game. Tank, spank, do not stand in stuff. So we'll see if that still applies. We'll see what other tricks he's got up his sleeve. So he's called Sir Grinax the Bull.
I will not yield to you.
Wait, wrong decade. I am that old. These orbs are for. I'm not trolling the healer, I just suck. Ow. You can do it. Okay. Flawless. We died to make it more challenging. We weren't defeated in any way. Okay, so let's get that. Let's pass that. We don't need any of this gear. Cool, let's move on. I'll pull him in a sec. Okay, almost dead. Done. Okay, let's go. I still don't understand what these monsters are. Nice. Moving on. Okay. So many treasure chests in this place. Cool. So I'm guessing up there is the last boss. Damn it. Cool. Is that it? Okay. Nice. So we're ready, so let's go. I barely saw that, so I should pay closer attention. Oh, I don't pull these, lol. I thought they were ads to kill. Okay, so I need to look around, basically, that's the point.
And now the final cut!
We live.
Sickness must be purged! Get on with you!
Wanna buy a heal? Spare the healer a little bit.
Sickness must be purged!
I'm fairly sure he's white. Of course, I'll cut this bit out when I upload it. I don't know, I mean, when I play a healer, I do everything I possibly can to make sure that the tank doesn't drop below 50%. And that's why I love Scholar so much, because I can just, if I have to, overspam lustrates. Okay, just waiting for the fourth guy to get here. Okay, let's do this.
Filthy rats!
Cool down.
on with you! Sickness must be purged!
He does hit bleeding hard. And then again I've got low gears, so it's only my own fault.
And now the final cut! This shall be a mercy. Sickness must be purged. Bid on with you. Sickness must be purged.
Okay, it's going better than last time.
Sickness must be purged. Bid on with you. Sickness must be purged.
There we go. Okay. A Unicult. Meh. I'll take it, it's a minion. I was meant to pass that one, but whatever. So we have a Unicult minion. I'll take it. I also got the minion from the last boss in Somal as well. So anyway, let's get out of here. Let's see what cutscenes come next.
Our power! How can this be? Hold back!
please!
We were not too late, my friend!
Why must you do this, father? Nidhogg is fallen. There is no need for further deception. Now is the time to renounce the lies which led us down this path. To start anew!
And tear down the very pillars of our society? Our history, our values, everything we have built over 1,000 years? A fool to the last.
Uh-oh.
Look out!
Eek.
Go. Azizla awaits.
Lord Orchefort!
You are unharmed? Forgive me. I could not bear the thought of... Oh, do not look at me so. A smile better suits a hero.
Oh dear. I wasn't expecting that to happen. Anyway, let's carry on. So, I know not what to say. The others, they are gathered at Four Temps Manor. Oh dear. Okay, well I guess we have to deliver the bad news to Edmund. Okay, well here he is. The others are... Please enter, Mistress Menethil.
Please. A knight lives to serve, to protect, to sacrifice. There is no greater calling. Leave me to mourn and give chase. For my son, and for the nation he loved. Go!
His sacrifice shall not be forgotten.
My son.
Okay. Let's now talk to Alpha Node and finish this quest. So I could not stand there in silence, but when all others had forsaken us, Lord Harshwan took us in, our beacon of hope in a world of darkness. He did his utmost to raise our spirits, so that we might face our troubles with courage, with conviction. So that we might face them as knights. So let's complete. So that was kind of sad, I've gotta say. It's not easy when you lose characters in games. You know, in any story really, it's like, fine, they're fictional characters, but you can have a certain level of attachment to them anyway. So, rip. Nah. Well, we'll see what happens next. So anyway, guys, that's it for this episode. Thank you for watching, and as always, goodbye from me, and goodbye from Mithrie. Wow, that kind of came out of nowhere. Wow. So what did you guys think of that? I don't know, I guess I have a heart of stone. For me, it's one of those things where I've seen so many movies, you know, so many TV shows or whatever, played so many games, that yes, me, Mithrie, the hero, will survive at the expense of every fictional character, you know what I mean? So, and you just have to go on. You have to just move on with the story and see when we get to kick that guy's butt. Simple as that. So, but it's obviously not a nice thought of a father losing a son. You know, that is not good. So, but anyway, let's press ahead. The night is still young. We can do probably another hour or so of this. So, let's proceed with the story quest. So, 1 second. Yeah, so recording the 3.0 main scenario in 3, 2, 1. And we're back for another episode. In this episode, we're going to be carrying on the 3.0 main scenario. And as always, hello from Mithrie. So there's absolutely nothing jolly about where we are in the story. If you haven't seen it, I won't spoil it. Just watch the previous episode. So anyway, let's talk now to Alpha Node. So the quest is called The Sins of Antiquity. So Alpha Node is lost in thought. We must press on with our mission. Tataru, pray return to your duties at the Forgotten Night. Let us go and speak with Sir Aymeric, Mithrie. I worry for his well-being. Okay. So we need to go to there. So let's teleport to the Forgotten Night. So, an audience with the Lord Commander? Yes, of course. Okay, here is Americ.
My friends, I am in your debt.
Think nothing of it. Your wounds are healing well, I trust.
Some wounds do not heal.
Wow.
The Founding. The Scriptures, 1,000 years of lies, all to deceive the common man. Nay, our own brothers and sisters. For the blood of the Knights 12 flows within all our veins. You knew this to be true. You knew, and you concealed it.
I should be interested to hear how you came by this knowledge. But yes, you have the right of it. The architects of Ishgard, King Thordan and his Knights 12, entrapped and butchered the great worm, Ratatoskr, that they might partake of her eyes and thereby transcend their mortal limits. Upon learning of their treachery, Nidhogg was consumed with a murderous and justified rage. I dare say you know what followed.
The great worm slew the king and half of his knights.
Aye, but Nidhogg was subdued, and his eyes plucked from their sockets by the knights that remained. Their one mistake was to show mercy, for from his brother Hraesvelgr did Nidhogg receive a new eye, thus rejuvenating his form and empowering him to embark upon an eternal quest for vengeance.
Whilst Thordan's son Haldreth took one of Nidhogg's eyes and learned to wield its power in defense of his people.
Thus was the first Azure Dragoon born, and ever since that time, his honored successors have risen to drive Nidhogg from our lands whenever the worm has returned to plague us. I ask you, my son, will you answer for my sins? Will your son and his son answer for me as well?
What do you mean?
If a man cannot atone for his sins in the course of his all-too-fleeting life, must his progeny then be held to account? Must every subsequent generation be judged as well? Thordan's betrayal of Ratatoskr was an unconscionable, unforgivable sin. Should we then, as his descendants, meekly surrender ourselves to an eternity of punishment? Nay, say I. I would not see our children sacrificed in a vain attempt to appease an implacable foe. Dragons are not like us, my son. To they who live forever, the wrongs of antiquity are as those of yesterday. No reparations shall ever suffice. This fact alone should serve as ample justification for our actions. Yet some refuse to see it as such. For men like you, who yearn to commit themselves to a nobler cause, a more compelling narrative is required.
This is your solution. This is how you protect our people. You have given us a lost cause, a death sentence. With your compelling narrative, you but doom our countrymen to give their lives for a lie.
And they do so gladly. Highborn and lowborn alike are proud to serve, to fight and die for their country. And what would you say to them? What would you tell the wives who have lost their husbands? The mothers who have lost their sons? That their loved ones died for naught? Over the course of 1,000 years, countless men have donned these robes, and every one of them came to accept the necessity of this solution. Once, I hoped you might come to accept it as well. Do not despair, my son. Soon I shall free us from the sins of antiquity and bring about the change you so fervently desire. If he has spoken with others, I would have their names. Escort him to a cell and question him thoroughly.
Your Eminence.
You saw something, did you not? A vision of the past?
So this is the power of the Echo. Would that it had shown you a finer moment from my past. 'Twas an exercise in futility, as you saw. Faced with the firmity of his conviction and his many ready rejoinders, my words deserted me. To be frank, I am embarrassed to recall it.
A friend once impressed upon me the importance of differentiating between words, deeds, and beliefs. Were he here, I suspect he would judge your father's conviction to be no more than rank, self-serving delusion. Even so, I cannot help but wonder what manner of change he intends to bring about.
I have given some thought to that as well. During the battle within the vault, the Heavensward demonstrated strange and unnatural abilities.
Aye, the manner in which Ser Zephyrin struck down Lord Haurchefant was unlike anything I've ever seen before.
The spectacle called to mind King Thordan and his Knights 12 as they are depicted in scripture. Holy powers and all.
Mere fabrications, which have become objects of faith, instilled with the belief of countless devoted souls. 7 hells!
If Lady Iceheart can use her own body as a vessel for summoning, I see no reason why others could not.
Are the Heavensward truly so reckless?
Unbelievable.
As they fled, my father spoke of Aziz La. Though I know not what he intends, I fear no good shall come of it. His ambitions are too great, and his minions too powerful. We must find the Heavensward and stop my father before it is too late.
So, Mistress Menethil, Master Alphanode, I, Emmerich, Lord Commander of the Temple Knights of Ishgard, do hereby entreat the aid of the Science of the Seventh Dawn. Our aid in preventing whatever it is that the Archbishop intends. Your aid in bringing him to justice. Too much blood has been spilled for the lies he perpetuated. No more. I shall pursue him to the end of the world if I must, life for death. I will have Sir Seraphin's heart for what he did to Hirschman, ... Okay. I thank you, Mithrie. I have heard many men make such pledges, but you speak in earnest. Much has changed since our Order's founding, but our duty to combat the primal threat has not. If the Archbishop and the Heavensward are guilty of the crime of summoning, then Mithrie and I will stop them. Would that I could join you in the pursuit, but alas, my father's absence has thrown our government into chaos. Ever since the founding of our nation, there has been an Archbishop to serve as a guiding light for the masses, a force of stability to counterbalance the High House's ceaseless maneuvering. Convincing the people to recognize the truth of our origins would have been difficult, even with my father's support. The road ahead is that much more fraught with peril without it. Yet walk it we must, for unity is more vital to our survival than ever. After all, Nidhogg's death did not mark the cessation of Dravanian hostilities. Far from it. We will have great need of each other in the days to come. You may ever count on my land, Sir Aymeric. To my dying breath I shall defend Ishgard from the Horde. If I may, Lord Commander, I would like to assist the Scions in the search for the Archbishop. Mithrie, Master Alphanode, pray attend me outside. Very well. With me, Mithrie. I believe we have much to discuss. Okay, so that's complete. So we just got the achievement. You say you want a revolution. So let's see if that achievement comes with its own title. Yep, of the Silver Fuller. So let's equip that now. So I did say that Nidhogg's Slayer really wouldn't last long, and it really didn't. So for now, I am Mithrie Menethil of the Silver Fuller. So let's talk to Lucia. So the next quest is called In Search of Soleil. So Lucia appears to have something to say. The Soleil was eastward bound, so I sent word to Camp Cloud Top on the off chance the airship passed nearby. Sure enough, Lady Leonette informed me that it had been sighted by her scouts. Then the Archbishop is somewhere in the Sea of Clouds? Or was that not long ago? The airship has not been seen since it disappeared into the northern reaches near the Blue Window. Alas, because the region is firmly held by the Vanu Vanu and not easily accessible from Camp Cloudtop, House Halenor has yet to establish a foothold. We will need not only an airship, but a captain bold enough to risk the Beastman's wrath. I think we know the perfect candidate, Mithrie. Let us pay a visit to Master Garland at the Sky Steel Manufactory. I see. Then I will take my leave for now. There are other matters which require my attention. Okay, so let's go to the manufactory. So I guess our next destination is the Sea of Clouds, the northern area that we haven't been able to get to so far. Finally. So let's see, let's go to the manufactory, there it is. So I've waited a long time to go around the other part of the Sea of Clouds. And as well, other than that zone, there's the Dravanian hinterlands and Isles, whatever it's called. But we'll get there when we get there. So anyway, here is Cid. So, the Dastly Duo. What mischief have you been two getting up to lately? You haven't heard, have you? I hardly know where to start. He was a good man. Cid, have you ever heard of Isles La? The Archbishop spoke of it before he fled. No, but it's probably some source of phenomenal cosmic power. That's key to his plan. From what he told Mithrie, the Ascions tried to tempt him as they tempted Gaios with the Ultima weapon. Even if he spoke true about playing along, I cannot see him attempting to seize it. As if we needed another reason to pursue him. Well, I'm convinced. The Enterprise is at your disposal. Come to the airship landing when you're ready to depart. It's just as well. After pulling you out of the fire these last few times, I reckoned I was due to deliver you into it. Okay, so let's complete that quest. Right, so the next quest is called Into the Blue. So Alpha Node must see to one last thing before he depart. Into the fire it is. In that case, I should inform Tataru of our plan. Pray go on ahead to the airship landing. I shall join you anon. Cool. So let's go to the which airship landing? That's the where are we going? Okay, here. So we should go to the Astrologicum. There we go. Teleport. Cool. So, let's see. There is Cid. Let's talk to him. The boys have been hard at work preparing for our flight, and I'm pleased to say we are ready to depart. That is as soon as a certain... Ah. Pray forgive my lateness. Tatara and I had much to discuss. We still have no news of the missing scions, but she assures me that Urianger and Raoul are pursuing promising leads. Come, we can continue this discussion aboard the Enterprise. My FC has its own Enterprise. Okay, here's Wedge. So the others are waiting for you aboard the Enterprise, Mithrie. Shall we get going? Yes. There is a sea of clouds.
To the northern reaches of the Sea of Clouds, where countless isles yet remained uncharted. In search of a mysterious land known as Azizlar, and the unmasked villain who sought to claim its secrets. Oblivious to the new threat which followed in their wake, they came.
Nice. So we are here now. So we still have the rest of this enormous zone to explore, but finally we're in the northern reaches at least. Okay, so let's talk to Alpha Node. So from here, Camp Cloudtop looks rather far. Be on your guard, Mithrie. The Vanu could be anywhere, even watching us as we speak. Okay, so let's complete that quest. Next is called Familiar Faces. So Alpha Node has a mind to start searching the blue window. Assuming the Solel is here, I doubt she will come to us. We should begin searching the Isles in earnest. Of course, we must remain vigilant for Vanu scouts as well. I would rather avoid needless bloodshed. Okay, so time to explore. This looks like a really cool zone. Okay, so we have to look out from this point. So you search the skies for the Solel, but see nothing resembling the missing airship. Okay, next. Cool, so we have a fight on our hands, so let's buff. Sword Oath. Okay, so duty calls. Commence battle for familiar faces. If your level is above 59, it will be synced. So, mayhap this effort was doomed to failure. Begs mercy of Neverlings, does not fight, does not wish to die. Was that a Vanu being attacked? But by whom? Guardians. Over there. So, Imperial troops. Ishgardian sees them. They'll know where the Archbishop is. The enemy of my enemy. We've no choice. With me, Mithrie, protect the Vanu. Okay, here we go.
Protect me!
Okay, so we'll kill this guy. Cool. Another Medicus for us to kill. Damn it. Damn it. Keeps full curing himself. Damn it! Will I ever actually kill this guy? Finally. Okay, so let's protect Alpha now. And got there in the end. That damn medic full healed himself like 3 times. Cool, so let's talk to the Vanu. So, Neverlings save Lunu Vanu from certain death. Showers Neverlings with thanks like Summer Squall. Lona Vanu knows not what wind bare Neverlings to Sea Cloud, or Cloud Sea I should say, but warmly welcomes them. Shows gratitude where gratitude is due. Okay, let's complete that quest. Next quest is called Devourer of Worlds. So, Lunu Vanu would like very much for you to enjoy the hospitality of his village. So, Lona Vanu owes you much and more to Neverlings. As saviors, as heroes, Zondu welcomes you. To village we go, to north, come. Okay, let's talk to Alpha Node. So, the Guardians were searching for the Archbishop and believed that the Vanu knew something about his whereabouts. Methods notwithstanding, they may have the right of it. I conclude that we should accept Lunu Vanu's offer of hospitality and visit his village. Okay, so let's go then. We're going to OK Zandu, apparently. Some strange mobs around here. Oh, there's like a carnival over there. You discover a new location. Or is it because it's like a makeshift aetheryte crystal? So, like Breeze guides leaves to rest, come and lay down your burdens, Neverlings. Lona Vanu throws wide arms in greeting. Behold, OK Zandu. Or Oxandu. A far warmer welcome than the one you received from the Vandu, I think. Or Vundu. Vundu bluster and blow hither and yon. Sound and fury like aimless gale. What unseen lightning begets such thunderous report? There you are. Did you see it? Is that damned flying whale again? The Imperials are after it. Where? The white. He's wounded. So by the 12, did the beast just eat that island? O insatiable why, O devourer of worlds, why must you torment us? But Lunu Vanu wastes no more words on his unfathomable deeds. Come, Neverlings, come and break words with Chief of Zundu. Cool. Let's go. At least they're not hostile. So yeah, I can click on this aetheryte. Good. I like the idea, it's like a we made it ourselves sort of Aephorite. So, with wisdom deep as Never's and eyes clear of cloudless blue, Sonu Vanu speaks for Zundu. Hearken to his words. So, Neverlings deliver Lord Vanu from claws of steel-shod fiends and prove nobility. He knows not to ignore seraph winds and brings before you with all haste. Soft rains to soothe the heart and sunshine to warm. Gratitude of Sonu, chief of Zundu, is boundless. We are honored to meet you, Chief Zonu. I am Alpha Node Leveler, and these are my companions, Mithrie Menethil and Sid Garland. We are come in search of an airship, a flying vessel of the Nevers, which we believe is somewhere in the Cloud Sea. Like to black steel shod contraption from which you save Lonu Vanu? Alas, no, that ship belongs to the Garlean Empire, an old enemy of ours, though not the enemy we are looking for at present. The men we seek wear armour of purest white and are led by an older man in white robes. Wait, Lonu Vanu hear tell of these Neverlings. You do? Are you certain? As sun rises and falls and returns, we are. Zondu scouts can testify to words of Lonu Vanu. Aye, winds carry purpose of Neverlings to our ears as well. Neverlings seek keys to Ai's La. Now we are getting somewhere. Tell us, Chief Sonu, what exactly is this Aziz La? Beware, Neverlings, for blackest cloud pretend greatest danger. Look not into the heart of tempest. There lies ancient birthplace of sin, home of forbidden secrets. To speak more is to call the wind. But the white devours isle where key is kept, deep within bowel of mighty Bismarck. It lies beyond reach of the foolhardy, and beyond ours. Rejoice not in his gluttony, Lord Lonu Vanu, for as stones give way to water and wind, all yields to the white. This he knows, Chief Sonu. Madness of Vondu bodes ill for all Vanu. Okay, that's complete. Right, next quest. So, the next quest is called Black and the White. So Alpha Node has the familiar look in his eye, which can mean only one thing. So, Aziz La is home to forbidden secrets, accessible only to the bearer of the key, which the Archbishop covets. Much as we would like to believe it's safe within the belly of Bismarck, the Knights of the Heavensward wield primal powers. If we do not slay the whale and claim the key first, they surely will. Quite how we will go about it is another matter. As was the case in our battle with Leviathan, we are out of our element, and this time we have far fewer allies to call upon. Be that as it may, our customary approach still holds true. We must begin by learning more about the White. Let us each question the residents of the village, then regroup and share our findings anon. Cool. So let's ask Lunuvanu. So, if Neverlings seek knowledge of the White, then speak with Kunu Valley, foremost keeper of tales. But neglect not to present self with humility and respect, and sun yields to moon and moon to sun. Neverlings must greet Kunu Valley with a bow. Okay, so let's do that. So obviously we're now working towards unlocking Bismarck, which is cool. Where is this guy? No, it's not over there. Ah, there he is. Lol. Why can't I just look straight in front of me? I need to learn how to spell bow. So Zypher winds at your back and sunshine to your warm, to warm your brow. Traveller from below. Kunu Valley, keeper of tales, hears your words and he remembers. In times long ago in lands elsewhere, before even the Cloud Sea, the White is one among many. Newborn he swims beside his many brothers in seas of endless water. But hated the White is, for his brothers are purest black. So great is their contempt, their loathing, that they turn upon him, and rend his flesh asunder. And so he falls, only to rise again. For merciful gods raise him to the heavens, and there he is reborn. The White still long for the sea to which he cannot return, but in rebirth a splinter of the divine is shared, and so he opens his maw, from whence come the clouds, and a new sea is born, home to him alone. Content he gazes below, and sees others who are as he, hated and hunted. He weeps, and in his benevolence he raises up isles of earth and guides these people to the Cloud Sea. Such is the tale of his rebirth and the salvation of the Vanu. May it never be forgot. But this demon which menaces the Cloud Sea, his rage is that of the Vundu, his hunger that of a wild beast. The isles are his gift to us, yet now he must consume them. Kunu Valley knows no tales like this. Cool. So let's go back and talk to Alpha Node. Here he is. So, according to the Vanu, the Sea of Clouds and the Floating Isles were gifts from Bismarck to his people. Gifts which he has taken to eating, yes, technically within his rights, I suppose. If perhaps a little ungenerous. Gods, eh? But what of you, Alpha Node? Did you learn aught of value? Alas, no. That is, unless you have an interest in the intricacies of Vanu sky fishing. I might. But I'm Mithrie. So, sky fishing? My gods, that's it. Alpha Node, my boy, I could kiss you. From what we have observed, Bismarck is a creature of pure instinct, driven primarily by hunger. When wounded by the Imperials, it fled, but not before devouring another island to restore its strength. What I propose is this. We tow a suitably advertising island through the Sea of Clouds, in essence fishing for our flying whale. Once we draw Bismarck out of hiding, we shall use dragon killers to fire grapnels into the beast's hides and then reel it close, enabling our resident Elkin Slayer to engage it directly. A bold plan, Master Garland, but an exceedingly dangerous one. Should Mithrie fail to subdue the creature, she would almost certainly be eaten, along with the rest of your advertising island. Oh, she won't fail, and if anything goes wrong, I'll be at the helm of the Enterprise, ready to tow her out of trouble. I wouldn't entrust a task like this to anyone else. Nor I. I trust you have no objections to my joining you as well. Not at all. The more the merrier. Right then, it seems the boys and I have a lot of work to do if the Enterprise is to be ready for our fishing trip. While you two need to find me some more bait, and not just any island mines, I want a mouthful at most. Okay, let's complete. Cool. Let's proceed straight on. So the next quest is called Bolt, Chain and Island, and we're going to get an Aether Current, which I hope means is the last quest we need to unlock flying in Sea of Clouds. So Alphanode loves it when a plan comes together. So, well, you heard Sid, we need an island to bait the hook. By way of first step, I propose we speak with Chief Zonu. If Zundu are as concerned by Bismarck's behaviour as they have given us to believe, they may well be supportive of our efforts to slay him. Cool. So let's go talk to Zonu Vanu. So the the Tramontane is upon us. The White Feast and the Vundu rejoice in his carnage. Hear me, Chief Zonu. This creature which torments you is now not the deity who raised up the floating isles and made a gift of them to you. He is a perversion of your beliefs given form by the Vundu, a false saviour who consumes that which he should rightfully safeguard. Yet it need not be this way, Chief Zonu. We have the power to strike down this impostor, but we must beg of you an island to see it done. Most against the Tempest, in vain do they struggle. Yet who is Zonu to speak of what may be? Perhaps even the Tramontane can turn to the Ponette. Very well, Neverlings. When you are ready, tell Zondu scouts what manner of island you require, and they guide you to it. We shall not fail, Chief Zonu. On that you have my word. So come, Mithrie, let us see how Sid's preparations are progressing. Okay, so let's go back and talk to Sid. Okay, Sid is really far away, randomly. So I don't need to worry about side quests or anything like that on Paladin because I'm already 60, so that's done. And I'm hoping as well when I start doing dungeons now I can actually start earning lore, which I can. So I can start getting tombstones of lore, which is good. So I can start going towards my higher level gear. So most of my gear is going to jump literally from level 50 to 60 straight away. Okay, so let's go. And if this is the last quest required to unlock flying in Sea of Clouds, then once I've got the Aether Current, then yeah, I will unlock flying in Sea of Clouds ASAP. Just get it over with, get it done. Okay, here he is. Cool. So our Ishgardian friends have furnished us with the dragon killers and ammunition, and I've taken the liberty of procuring a Magitech field generator as well. Rest assured, we've chains to spare, every link forged by the manufactory's master craftsman. If you've any lingering doubts as to their strength, know that they were originally intended to bind dragons, and were not found wanting. It pleases me to inform you that the Vanu Vanu have agreed to furnish us with an island of our choosing. Then all that remains is to confirm the readiness of the poor buggers, who will actually be doing the fighting. Mithrie, let Wedge know when your party is assembled. Cool. So let's talk to Wedge. So I probably shouldn't be telling you this, but I don't like this plan. I don't like it one little bit, but I cannot help being excited all the same. So tell me, Mithrie, are you ready to hunt the white whale? Yes. Then after you then, Mithrie, all aboard? Nice, so the limitless blue hard mode is now accessible, which is nice. So I guess that's a good time to end the episode, guys. I guess next episode we're going to be fighting Bismarck. So progressing through the story very quickly at this point. So anyway, guys, that's it for this episode. Thank you for watching, and as always, goodbye from me, and goodbye from Mithrie. Okay guys, I think that's a good time for me to stop. We've already recorded like 4 episodes today. So tomorrow we will do Bismarck, carry on the story. And then if I can as well, unlock flying in Sea of Clouds. So that's it for today. See you tomorrow. I'll probably live stream from the morning because obviously it's Saturday tomorrow. So if you can, if you haven't already, follow me at Mithrie Menifil on Twitter, so you can see when I go live. Let's see. Mithrie, have you made a sheet for melding gathering stuff, similar as your crafting one? Not yet, Luck, no. Because I actually can't get to most of the zones. So I want to be able, when I do the melding and stuff, to say that, you know, you need this much gathering and this much perception so you can get the high level whatever. You know, I need to be able to confirm that stuff. I don't want to just copy someone else's strats. And so when I've finished the main story, then I'll get straight to gathering and upgrading the gear, melding it, and showing the rotations for the highest level of collectibles and blah blah blah. So anyway, guys, yeah. So yeah, rip Harch font, I guess. So yeah, so I've got a lot of work to do to convert these episodes. But anyway, guys, I'll see you tomorrow. So, bye-bye.